Hello, everybody. Let me see if I can get some more light coming in here. What I thought we would do is try to compare smooth white cardstock. The reason I say this is I'm always using the Crafter's Companion all-purpose or stamping card or just card. If you have an older packet, it's going to say stamping card. The next, it said all-purpose, and then they just went to card. Now I don't know what they're calling it, honestly. Somebody told me they were going back to all-purpose, and then somewhere I saw maybe they're going back to stamping card. I don't know. But I thought we would compare it, and this is I'm going to label them so that we can keep them straight. That's why you see these still in the packets. So this is CC card. Okay. This is their Nina. So you hear a lot of times when you're going to do my alcohol marker coloring, that Nina is the best, and you should get the Nina and all of that. So we're gonna see what the Nina is. So we have CC Nina. Okay, I would assume that means just Nina. I don't know if where Nina comes from or nothing like that. I don't know. Then we have the Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White. Okay. Which is also a Crafter's Companion product. But we're going to just put SN. I don't want to write all of that, but we're going to put smooth. Okay. And then what I did is I brought out, this is a piece that I found of that stuff I bought online. It didn't have the weight, but it still is a white cardstock and it's smooth. And I had just read somewhere that it worked real well for, I can't remember the brand. It was a popular paper maker, like a major paper maker. I can't think of it though. I can picture the package and I can't see the name. But I used that whole thing of that because I did like it. It's a little lighter than the others. Well, we'll get to all the comparisons in a minute. I also have the Tonic Craft Perfect Smooth card. And so we're going to put CP. And this says bright white. CP Smooth. Now I'm going to say this. First thing I noticed, and I noticed it right off the bat. This is 300 GSM. 300 GSM. This one was like a 85 pound, I think. Spectrum Noir Smooth. Put that away. I don't know what it was. That's the Nina. Does it say? I don't see the weight on that one. The Spectrum Noir Smooth either. I don't see the weight on that one either. But the CC card, of course, I think that's 300 also. Let me check. A 300 also. So 300. Now the first thing I want to say is the difference in colors of white is amazing. This one here is very white. This one here, not. And maybe this is actually whiter than this. This kind of has a, when you hold it next to the CC, to the Spectrum Noir, this has almost a grayish color to it, which means it's got that blue. A lot of white is made with blue, believe it or not. This online white is in between these two, so it's got a little, it's not quite as white as the Spectrum Noir, but not quite as gray as the CC card. Okay, the Nina looks the same as the Spectrum Noir. It might be not, it might be also next in between those. Yep, I would say in between those. And it's got a little bit of yellowy look to it. And then we have the Craft Perfect. This, to me, I guess if you're looking at it by itself, it's going to look like bright white, but it's not the gray. It's to me, it looks, I don't know if you can see that difference. It almost has an off-white look to it. Okay? So this is 300 GSM. It's nice. I would use it for construction for sure. The Spectrum Noir, it's not as sturdy as this, but it's still a good sturdy paper, and I would do construction with this. Construction meaning boxes or even card blanks. Some of this white card you get, you don't even want to use for a card blank. The Nina, not even as good as the Spectrum Noir, I don't think. It could be the same, but it's built different, so it feels flimsier. See the difference in the sizes? So it could be the same, but it feels flimsier. And then this 85 pound, no construction with this. Now, I have gotten some card blanks that are really flimsy, and I have used these for card blanks. So I would use them for card blanks. I would not make a box with it. And of course, you know I use the CC card all the time. When I look at this CC card by itself, it is so white. But compared to the others, to the Spectrum Noir, it's got a little bit of a grayish tone. So it is pretty amazing, the difference. The online white looks whiter than that when you hold it up next to each other. But, so for white, it depends on what you want. And sometimes that matters, right? Because if I'm doing a blue card and I have my options, I'm probably going to want to go more for one of these with the grayer look than with the yellower look. Right? That being said, I wanted to do the alcohol test on it for the alcohol marker. So if you're a colorer and you like to color with alcohol marker, then this would be important to you. What I need is a piece of paper underneath of it. wrap. No, that's not. That's kind of plasticky. I'm just going to be doing a little bit, so I got a little strip here. Yeah, I better not. I better get something bigger than that. I just use one out of here. And it came right out anyway, so it's good. Okay. 2 in there. I don't need 2, I only need 1. Okay. So, what's her name? The one, Leanne at Crafter's Companion, does this thing where you hold it down and you count and you see how big your dot gets, and you got to apply it the same pressure. So we're going to put the dot down and we're going to count to 7. I'll say 7. So we put it down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's how big the dot is. The Spectrum Nor Smooth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that dot. Look. Look at the difference. This is the CC Nina. Look at the Spectrum Nor actually bled less. Okay, let's try the Craft Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Better. Maybe not as good as the Spectrum Nor, because that ended up real small. But better than the Nina. Okay. CC stamping card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, not as good as the Spectrum Nor Smooth. Craft Perfect. Just by the teeniest, tiniest bit is the Craft Perfect good. And it actually did better than the Nina. I'm wondering if I did something wrong with the Nina. I'm gonna try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it still bled quite a bit. See? For one that's supposed to be made more for that, that's amazing. Okay. This is that cheap online, I got a whole ream of. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that. That beat the Nina. It's a little bit smaller than the CC. It's small, a little tiny bit smaller than the Craft Perfect. But the Spectrum Nor Smooth is still the best. I'm going to do the Spectrum Nor one again, just because I want to be sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still the best so far, the smallest dot. Now I want to do a little blend, and let's see how it turns out. So if we do a little bit, and then we come back and add more. We want to see how that dries. Now I'm going to come in with the purple. smell. And then blend these together. Okay, you could see it. Try to as the Spectrum Noir. I'm not gonna do that, what I did do. I'm gonna okay. And blend. I just always did like the way this online paper worked for alcohol marker coloring. We'll come back and we're gonna do them, compare them all. This is the Craft Perfect blend. I like the way this one worked. I didn't go all the way up with it, did I? Didn't go all the way up with it. The CC card, which I use for everything. I really want this one to do well. It already looks like it's doing well. But let's see what happens here. Yep. See how it's already doing well. Just for a good all-around paper, I swear, that Crafter's Companion is awesome. So I'm gonna come up a little bit on this one. Now this is the one that supposedly, you know, it's recommended for alcohol marker coloring. This is supposed to be the best of the best. It's very smooth. Very smooth. You can feel the smoothness when you're coloring on it. Wow, and you can see the alcohol reacting to the paper. Look at the leach to the back. This, of course, is the Nina. Here's where it got a lot and a little. CC's, their card. It didn't come through as much. This is Craft Perfect. That didn't hardly come through. It did here a lot, but that green really didn't. Spectrum Noir didn't come through a lot. And then the online, it really came through. So let's compare the looks of it. So the reason that I did this extra at the bottom was to see, because you're supposed to, if you layer it more than once, then where you go over it again, it's darker. It's supposed to be darker. That's the way they're supposed to work. So you can see that that worked in both of them. Now, also, the markers have a different tone to the color for some reason. And I find that unusual. I didn't expect to see that. But if you look, they don't look like, maybe they do on the phone, But on here, the colors are much more vibrant looking than they are on this one. And it was nicer, easier to use than Nina. I gotta say that. It felt the nicest. The Craft Perfect Smooth. It gave these markers the same kind of color as the card. But it sure liked that purple better than it did that green. Okay. Let's compare. So this one, the colors are better, but not as good as they are on the Nina. Here's that 85 pound. Okay, the colors are better than the Smooth. They're definitely better. Definitely better, definitely better. And not quite as good as the Nina. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is just the purple because I wanna make sure I'm giving them all a fair shake on everything. Now I'm just gonna come with just the purple and I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna come over and do this. Okay, so this is my light tone, my dark tone. Now I need a medium. So to do a medium, I'm gonna go back over the dark and do another. And let's see if we get 3 tones out of that. Okay, let's try the online. And we're gonna come back because we're gonna give them time to kind of evaporate a little bit. So we're gonna do the dark. And then we got the dark. Okay, now we want the medium. So to do the medium, we gotta go over the dark and down some. Okay. We're gonna do that on the Spectrum Noir. Okay, now the dark. And then of course, like I said, for the medium, we'll go back over the dark and down some. Okay. The Craft Perfect Smooth. We're gonna do the same thing. We put our first coat. This is our light coat. We come back over for the dark. And then to do the medium, we're gonna go back over the dark and then just part way to the light. And it, so far, from what I can tell from here, it looks like it's working on all of them. And the CC card. So we're gonna do the light. We're gonna go back over an area for the dark. And then we're gonna come back and go part way for medium. Okay, we're gonna look at them backwards. Since this was first, there we go. We have a light. I want to make sure you can see it. A light, a medium, and a dark. Whoa, okay. Let me go. The online, we have a light, a tiny bit of medium, and not real good, and then dark. It did blend, but it's not the best. It's not so different. I mean, they're more blended the same. Look at the Smooth. The Smooth worked. We got light, medium, dark. The Crafter's Companion Smooth. Oh, I don't even see a medium. I don't even see a dark. This is the Craft Perfect Smooth. I'm gonna go over this one more time because that is allowed when you're doing alcohol marker. If you need it darker, you can come back in and do another layer and make it darker. The CC kind of did the same thing. You don't, it's not real distinguishable between the dark and the medium. So I'm gonna come back don't want it to go through the others. And I'm going to add more dark and see if that works. If that does it, it did. Here, kind of, sort of. Not real good. And that kind of, sort of worked, but not real good. I wanted to do these two again. It's because they didn't really work too well, and I want to make sure I'm giving everybody a fair shake. So I'm going to go my first layer, okay? And then my dark. And then I want the light or the medium, so I'll go into there. I'm going to do the same thing with the Crafter's Companions card. I just want to make sure I'm giving everybody an equal, all these papers an equal footing, so that we know what we're getting. When we get it, we know it. Okay, dark. And then I'm going to go back over for medium. This Craft Perfect just doesn't want to do it. This one is struggling again to do it. And this one just does not want to. And it doesn't want to absorb it either, as you can see. It's not absorbing it. And see, this one is, look at the difference. It's absorbing it where it's dark, but it's not really showing up here. You can kind of see a little bit. But look at the difference. This is the Spectrum Noir. You can really see the difference in the shades. This one, it's not as strong as these other two, but I do have to say that the Nina, you really can see it. Okay, that was the purple, and I said that some of the paper looked like it really liked that purple. Now I want to do it with the green. And if you're tired of it, I'm sorry, but I just want to make sure that everybody's getting a fair shake and we're covering all the bases. So we're going to start with the Nina. Okay, we're going to go over it once. Then we're going to make our dark. Right? Now we're going to go back over and make our medium. Okay. Nice big patch. We're going to do it here. Then we're going to do our dark. Okay, now we want to do our medium. Okay. The Spectrum Noir Smooth. I'll do the same thing. Nice big patch. You can feel the smoothness on this one too, but it just, what I mean by smoothness is as I'm gliding the marker across, it feels really smooth on the Nina. Okay, we're gonna do dark, and then we're gonna come back and do a medium. Okay, CC card. I just want to make sure everybody's getting a fair shake. We're gonna do the dark, and then we're gonna come back and do a medium. Craft Perfect, smooth. I don't know if you can hear the difference on the markers. Okay, and then coming back through to make the medium. Okay. Whew. Alcohol markers. Oh boy, that smell is strong. All right, let's look at the green. We're gonna start. See how this one went to the back? You can see dark, medium, light with one marker. This one, it's in the back. Okay, dark, medium, light. Definitely showing just as good as the Nina, but this has more texture. This is not as smooth, and you could hear the marker on it. Okay, and this is Spectrum Noir Smooth. Oh, that Spectrum Noir, it just does not like that green, and you can't barely see a difference between the dark and the medium. You can see the light in the medium, but that dark just kind of disappeared. If I can show you, there's the other two. There's that one. Now, I don't know if it shows on the phone, but here that's not good. Okay, so on the CC card, you can see dark, medium, light. Look at how you can see it here. Now dark, medium, light. Still not on this one, it just looks like dark and light. But you can see it. See, you can see, but it's not as good as the online, and it's not as good as the Nina. But if you hold that Spectrum Noir Smooth up there, no. Okay, this is the Craft Perfect, and you can see dark, medium, light. Not real strong, but better than that Spectrum Noir Smooth that's supposed to be so good for alcohol marker coloring. But if you compare it to the online, compare it to the Nina, it just doesn't work as well. So now let's do this. Let's go through and let's give everybody another stroke of dark. Yeah, right here. Dark. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you gotta give it time to evaporate into the air. So that's gonna be last, and we're gonna go like this and do it. This feels so heavy. And maybe that's one of the reasons it doesn't absorb it as easy, is because it's so much thicker. Okay, so you can see 3 strokes. You can see the difference, right? It's a lot of difference. This one, you can see the difference. It's not so much different now. It just looks more blended. Okay. Craft Perfect Smooth. It's quite a bit different. But it likes that green better. It does. I want to make sure they're getting air and drying out good. So the Nina, and then the online. What I want to say is, this online paper for the money. Could not be beat. I got a whole ream. And it's thin enough you can print on it if you need it for something. It's like a cover page, right? But it was like super smooth, ultra white, you know. And it works good for a lot of stuff. And it worked good for this compared to other brands. Like, so there's the Nina, there's the online. It didn't do so good with the purple, but maybe that was my fault. For the money, I mean, I gotta find this again, and last time I looked, they were all out. It was sold out. And it's been such a long time now, I can't even remember. The Craft Perfect. I mean, you get such a small pack of it, but it's heavy. So this would be, for me, this is going to be a construction paper. For me, if I find this again and get this again, this becomes the paper that I use, like topper. Of course, I'm going to keep using this CC card because I use it for everything. For my card blanks, I use it for toppers, I use it for everything. But I'm not going to do alcohol marker coloring on it no more. I've been doing it, and I didn't realize, but this is not the paper to use. Even though it did well in the dot test, it's not blending. The Spectrum North Smooth I would use for alcohol marker. These three for alcohol marker. These two for construction. And I bet it does have something to do with the thickness, why that doesn't work. Because, let me show you. We're just going to cut a piece off of all of them. Let me write what this is. CP Smooth. We're just going to make a card blank out of each one of them so you can see the difference. I'm going to cut it from here, so I guess it really doesn't matter if that piece is on there. CC card. This is Spectrum North Smooth. Here's the online. Hear the difference in the cutting. This is so much lighter than all the rest of them. This is that online paper. As soon as I find it again, I will let you know. But it's nice to be able to run it through the printer and then still use it for crafts if you want. Okay, and then the Nina. Honestly, I really think that I probably would use them all for a card blank. They all feel strong enough to be a card blank. But I am really surprised how thin that online felt when you hold up all them other cards to it. But, there's, gotta find the one that's longer. start with. I got 3 different widths. This one's even longer. No, maybe it's not. Maybe just this one's shorter. Which one was this? Oh, the Nina. Yeah, because there's the smooth. Smooth. I guess it's not. It's 2 different widths. But in that, there's a little tiny bit different. Okay. So 8 1/4. So 4 1/8. One, two. We're just gonna do each one of them halfway through it. 2. This one is 8 1/4. So 4 1/8. And 1 and 2. I'm just making sure. Let's see, this one's 8 1/2. So 4 1/4. Eight and a half, so 4 1/4. And 8 1/2, so 4 1/4. Now we're not looking at straightness here. When I go to fold these, we're just looking at how well do they fold and how sturdy are they and all of that. So I'm gonna fold it this way and this folded nicely. Let me get the bone folder. There's no cracking. It's nice and smooth. Where's my bone folder? I mean, I don't feel like I need my bone folder with this one, but I'm sure I will with other ones. Maybe the best way to do it is not to use bone folder. So there we go with that one. Okay, we're folding in. This is Beyond Line, and like I said, this is very thin for this, but I have gotten card lengths that are thin like this, but I don't like it for it. Even though I think I have used it, not my favorite, but no cracking. It folded and scored nice and neat. Okay, the CC card. I'll tell you right now, this is gonna fold nicely. And it did, and it folded so nice. No cracks, no splits, nothing. Okay, the Craft Perfect Smooth. Okay. It's supposed to be the same weight as the CC card, and maybe it's a difference in the size, but this feels sturdier. So honestly, I would keep the Craft Perfect more for boxes because it just does feel stronger than theirs, even though it says it's the same GSM. And then this was the Nina. In this one is on the same line as this. It's only a little bit heavier. So you can use it for a card blank, but it's going to be one of the thinner card blanks. It's not one of the nice sturdy card blanks. But these 3 here, Craft Perfect Smooth, boxes, CC card, everything, not alcohol coloring, and then the smooth. It's Spectrum Noir Smooth is good. It's not as thick as this, but it's much more than this, so it's a good card blank. So let me get back to these and let's just label them. So the Nina. What did I do with the Nina? This one. The Nina. Good for coloring, not watercoloring, and card blanks. No for construction. Right? That's the Nina. The Nina. The Online. Good for coloring. No construction. And card blanks are questionable. I'm just gonna do that. That's the Online. Where did the Online go? Yeah, that's the Online. Okay, the CC card. Good all around. No for coloring. Hate to say it. Sorry, CC card. Okay, the Smooth. Good for construction. And that's what I'm going to use it for mostly. All around. Questionable coloring. No for coloring. And then Spectrum Noir Smooth. Good for all around. No for construction. There we go. We broke down the different white paper. I told you I had a lot of white paper. It's just stuff I ended up getting in packs and kits, and this comes with this and that comes with that, and that's what you end up with. So all right, everybody, if you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye bye now.